getting ready. If everyone could go ahead and check in, we're going to make this really brief today. It's going to be more of a check-in just to see how you guys are doing. I also want to go ahead and give you some updates that we have coming in. So if you haven't went ahead and clicked the button for your group to let us know you're here, go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and begin with a quick update. I wanted to let everyone know that in GRS, the system does lock you out after the 20th of every month. So I believe there was some kind of confusion last month because the 20th fell on a Sunday. So in those cases, when the 20th falls on a weekend, it's going to be due the Friday before. And I know this is something that Chuck has, said, but I just wanted to reiterate it as well. Some people may think it's canceled. I logged in to see. Yep. Nope, it's not canceled. We're still here, Stephanie. So I just wanted to give everybody an update on that. The 20th is like the main day. I always tell people when you're entering costs, don't wait till the 20th. If you can get stuff in on the 18th or 17th, it makes life a lot easier because the 20th comes, as everyone knows, very quickly. So also, I want to go ahead and get some updates going. I have to fill out that form. Again, that just gives our management team a brief update of everyone's project and how you're doing. So if you have not called into the line so I can hear you, go ahead and do that now so we can unmute all the lines and I can actually talk to you guys and we can get this information that we need. Let's see, I see Michelle is typing. Let's see. All right. I'm sorry, Melissa. Can you just call in, Michelle, on your cell phone? Oh, and phone. The microphone on your phone, too? Let's see. Line is busy. Let's see. Natasha, go ahead and hang up and then try to call back in and see if that frees up that line as well. Technology is not my friend today. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's start with Michelle. Michelle, so we can go ahead. So, Michelle, how many people do you have in your training program? The last numbers that we have is a total of 49 that have actually received their certifications. Okay. How about this, Michelle? This might take a little long to go back and forth. Can you get with Tracy and can you send me, I need an update. Well, can you go ahead and send us an email tomorrow morning that just lets us know how many you have that received actual certificates, what those certificates are in, and then how many are doing your job training program at the moment. All right, we're going to move on to Prairie State. No problem. I understand. Prairie State's not on. I'm going to put Wilson an email. Not on. Methodist College, anybody on?
Yeah, Courtney Garrick. I'm in the car.
Courtney.
I apologize. Hello.
Oh, fine.
So we have two students who are, they're just plugging along. And actually, I was telling Dr. Setti, these are the two students that literally just were very, very persistent when they found out about this program. They were very much emailing and asking updates, wanting so much to be a part of this. And those are the two that have gotten the best grades. They're doing the best. They're thriving. So we are very happy that they are still with us.
Yeah.
So right now they started the summer quarter, which is an 8-week program, 8-week quarter, and they are taking 3 classes, which is not too bad because one of them is online, one of them is with me, and then the other one is with a colleague of mine. So they're doing very well. These are the medical assistant classes that they're taking, so they're excited to be starting those classes. So we anticipate that they're just going to do really well, and we're going to keep supporting them.
Awesome. And can you do me a favor? Can I just have the first name of those two students?
Sure.
Is Rose one of those students? Or not Rose?
No. Rose
Justice?
decided to Justice Bundy and Angel Montahano.
Awesome. Justice and Angel.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're doing
awesome.
wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that update.
You're welcome.
All right. Stephanie, are you on for MantraCon? Let's see.
Here?
Stephanie, if you're talking, we can barely hear you. All right, we'll come back to MantraCon. OAI?
Can you hear me? This is Stephanie.
Oh, yes, we can hear you now, Stephanie.
Okay, I'm sorry. I heard banging. I couldn't get through. I apologize. No, we're doing well. We still have 4 students. I have a student who is going to take her final exam next Wednesday. And then I met with a potential student yesterday, and hopefully I taped her, and today she's taken her drug test. So as soon as I get a clear drug screen, then I will get her enrolled into the class. And I'm meeting with a new student this Friday, another young man that I need to see if he qualifies for everything for the program. And then if he does, I will send him off for a drug screen. And once that's cleared, I will get him enrolled. So hopefully I have 2 new students getting ready to start. But other than that, I've got my same 4, and then that which are all youth, and the 2 getting ready to start will be youth. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, so you have, and then so out of the 4 students that you still have the 2 that have the full certification, right?
Yes, I have 2 youth totally completed. Then I have 4 in the class. Hopefully one will pass her exam next week. And then I have 2 potential, hopefully I'm going to get them started very soon, as long as they pass the drug screens.
So you actually have a total of 6, 4 in class and then 2 totally done with the training, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So you could have 8 at the end of next week.
Yes, depending on how fast those drug screens come back and if they're clean.
Perfect. I understand.
So just cross your fingers.
And then the 2 that completed their certificates, the ones that have their full manufacturing certificate, are they working in the manufacturing field right now?
One of them is. He was doing a work experience at one company, but they didn't have a full-time position for him to transfer into, so I placed him at a different company who does have a full-time position, but it was a new company with us, so we are putting him through another work experience, but he is working there already 4 days a week. He loves it. They love him. So I'm hoping very soon, probably sometime in June, end of June, probably end of June, we will start an OJT with him, and then that will last for 3 months, and then from there transfer into a full-time position with his employee benefits from the company and all of that. But my other student, she has her full manufacturing certificate, but she bowed out right now. She's having some personal things she's needing to deal with, and she has found out, just recently found out she's pregnant, so she has that as well, along with her other children. So she's a single parent dealing with a lot on her plate, and then my one getting ready to test next week, she works full-time but not in manufacturing. She has 2 jobs that she works, So I don't know if she is going to go into the manufacturing field or not, but she is wanting her full certificate just in case she does decide to go that route.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for that update. Just keep, like I said, you can send me an email anytime and let me know how they're doing, but that's good.
Okay, great, great. I sure will. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
You
OAI?
too.
Hi, Tara. This is Don from OAI.
Hey, Don. Hey, how's it
No
going?
change in our numbers, and as we speak, the cohort is taking their final NIMS certificate test. So I'll have the results of that later today, and we have a process in place for retakes and that this week. So everyone has the forklift and OSHA certificate already, and we're planning on all of them having some level of NIMS too by the time we have our internship selection day next Thursday.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so
we have
now we're in
8 or 9 employers interviewing them, and most will start the following Monday. We do have one participant who's pregnant and due, I believe, late June, so we're going to delay her placement a bit, but it will still happen later in the summer. But otherwise, everyone's planning to be placed Monday the 18th.
Okay. Oh, wow. You guys are busy over there. Okay, I want to make sure the numbers are correct. So for your in-school youth, we have you at 12, and you guys, are you still at 7?
No, in school is 10, and out of school is 9.
10 and 9. Perfect. So you have a total of 19 students.
Right.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that sounds great. Let me know. I didn't realize you can get the testing results back so quickly. So can you let me know by the end of the day how everyone did?
Okay, I will.
So, and you guys are testing both in school and out of school today, or just in school?
The out of school.
Oh, it's out of school. Okay. And
Right.
and the in-school youth, when do they take theirs?
Some of them have. We still have some being processed on retests. So far, I believe 5 of those 10 have passed both NIMS, and the others are doing retakes.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, keep us updated on everything, like I said, that you have going on.
Great. I will.
Great. City of Peoria? Let's see. Aren't they on? Should I listen on? Okay. Peoria Public Schools?
I don't know if they're in session.
Go ahead.
I'm not. This
They
is
are
Courtney
probably
here.
out.
I don't. Yeah.
I'll get with them after. Phalanx, Natasha.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. So as far as our update from the last time hasn't changed, but we have recruited 8 youth for our second cohort. I haven't put them in the system yet because we haven't officially started. We're still working out our start date, but as far as having youth come in and complete their files and bring in their documentation, we have 8 youth now. So I'm still recruiting for at least 2 more youth so that we can have a class of 10. That's pretty much what we've been doing is focusing on recruitment, and I'm really happy because at first I was kind of struggling with recruiting, but word of mouth started to get out more. So I started going to like village hall meetings and town hall meetings and festivals and things like that in the south suburbs to kind of get the attention of like the community leaders, I would say. And so, yeah, I've been able to recruit more youth that way, just building more personal relationships with people in leadership in the communities or at the village halls and things like that.
Okay. And then you guys have a total number of 25 students, right, that you're contracted for?
Yes. Yeah. So in the system, so with this 10 youth and the 12 will have 22 youth that would have gone through the program. And so we still have, to get those little extra 3 or 2 youth to kind of complete that 25 to go through, but we're looking to have at least 15 youth to actually gain a state certified certification out of that 25.
Okay, sounds great. And everything's going well with the DNR construction? Are the 4 youth that started there still there?
No, so the 4 youth that started at DNR, they were participating in a work experience. I know Ms. Dora kind of told us to change that name. I don't know if we should say on-the-job experience or work experience, but that particular company was paying their salaries while they were on that work experience. And so out of the 4, only 1 actually got hired from that place. And then the other youth that have gotten hired, they've gotten hired through our other work experiences.
Awesome. So where are the other 3 placed? So we have 1. So we still have 1 hired at the DNR construction.
Then there were 2 that were hired at Anchor Realty, and then there was another that was hired at a car dealership, and then there was another that worked at a manufacturing, had a factory job.
Okay. So hold on. Let me make sure my numbers are right. 1, 2. So we have 5 youth, right?
Yes, it should be 5. It should be 4 or 5. I have to look through my system and see who I exited out.
Okay. Well, how about this? Can you just send me a quick email today and say, all right, here's the 5 youth that we have, and then 1 is at DNR Construction, the other one is at the car dealership, and the name? Because we need to, because we'll also need, like, the wages. So the only one I have is the $14 an hour at the construction site.
Okay. And then my other thing is that what we've been trying to figure out, too, as well. We've been talking to Jim from IWDS, and so what's a little bit confusing is that in terms of co-enrollment, they want us to exit all the youth at the same time, so YCAP is a separate program, and then we also have an actual WIOA program that we co-enrolled some of our youth in, but they're asking us to exit everyone at the same time. So if they're exited out of YCAP, then they should be exited out of WIOA. The only issue with that is that when we co-enrolled our youth, we were co-enrolling them after they completed the YCAP program because we don't have expenses for work experience. So as far as paying for on-the-job work experience, we don't have that in YCAP. We have expenses for training and stipends while they're in their training. And so we co-enrolled them in WIOA so that when we do have work sites, we can be able to provide that work experience for the youth prior to them, getting hired, and then also for additional supportive services because we also don't have that much in funding to provide longer lengths for bus passes until they get jobs, or help with child care if they did get a job, but they need to help save. And so it's kind of confusing that we have to exit them all at the same time because it kind of defeats the purpose of us co-enrolling them in our WIOA program once they're done with YCAP.
Okay, send us an email, put me, Tammy, and Jim on there, and just and say that, and then ask what are the next steps, and make sure you note in there that, we want to exit them at different times for X, Y, and Z reasons.
Okay, cool.
Okay? Thank you for the update, and then don't forget to send me the one with the 5 youth and where they are, because that's good information that I can report out, is that, out of the 12 that they have, 5 are working in the field, and so that's the information cool. Like I said, I like to brag about the grants that you guys are doing and give you guys the credit that you deserve.
Okay, cool. Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, another question. I'm sorry. Yeah. So another thing that's kind of confusing is our outcomes. So, like, our outcomes for YCAP are different than what, WIOA. So, like, the fact that we have to put them in the IWOOD system for eligibility and, for case management, but then we also have them in Illinois workNet. So in Illinois workNet, it asks for the definition of successful completion. And so the question is, did this applicant receive a state certified certification? And so, yes, so that's successful in Illinois workNet, but what's successful in IWDS is not only did they receive a state certified recognized credential, but also that they've gained employment. Where in our scope of work, obviously we're helping our youth become employed, but our scope of work says our outcome will involve 15 youth becoming state, getting their credentials in a state recognized certification, or like backwards or what I said. So that's also kind of confusing too as well, because if I go to Illinois workNet and I answer the question that yes, this youth was successful, they completed multiple state certified credentials, but then in iWiz I'm not able to exit them out, that's kind of confusing for me too as well.
Yeah, you know what, Natasha, it sounds like we need to have a meeting with our team, you and Jim.
Mm-hmm.
So in the email, can you ask for a time, and then we all need to just sit down and get on the phone, because that sounds like a pretty lengthy email, and we could just get on the phone and just really kind of walk through that process for your organization.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Manufacturing Renaissance or BCS on the phone. And then the Cabot Group. Okay. Lewis and Clark.
Are we up?
You are?
Okay, Sabrina and I are sitting here together.
Hello.
This is Val.
Hey.
We have really no updates because we ended the training in mid-May, and our students have been working similar to what we've already reported. But our big push is we're in recruiting and outreach mode for our July 16th Access Academy and Pathway Readiness Experience for the new students that are enrolling for fall training.
Okay. And then you guys have 9 in construction, 2 flag, and 2 in IT, or 2 in, what is C in ET?
No, we have 20 in construction, and
well, look at that. Let's change this right now.
Yeah.
That's good. 20 in construction. Okay.
So 25 total. 20 had their Tier 1 construction, 3 in Tier 2, which results in a flagger certification. And then the other 2, one has IT college credit, and the other one just didn't have a credential, but he completed the training.
Okay. Give me 1 second. All right, 20 in construction, Tier 1, 3 in Tier 2, which is the flagger, 1 in IT, and 1 with no credential.
Right. But he finished
Awesome.
the construction training. Yeah.
Is this the person that has special needs?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make a note of that. Training. But he did completed the construction training. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to note that.
6,
okay.
6 of them are enrolled in work experience, and several are employed, and we updated, but I can't.
Yeah, we've actually, we have more than 6 in work experience, so just 6 are co-enrolled through actual work experience in another grant. So.
Oh, what's the number?
Sorry, I don't have.
Okay. Do you want to just send me an email after?
Yeah.
Perfect. But July 16th, you'll have the new cohort coming in.
No. And we do have 6.
We do have 6.
6 is the right
6
number.
Is the right number.
We just
And
have
work
2.
Oh,
experience.
okay.
So now say
Okay,
and our
so
new
6
cohort starts July 16th.
Awesome. So you guys have 35 more students?
Yeah. And we have 2. We have the July 16th, and then one in November for the January. So we feel pretty confident that we'll meet our 35. And we're hoping that they're more diversified, in different pathways, but we shall see.
Right. And the ones that you have in the 6 paid work experiences, is that through the Youth Build grad crew? Is that still the same?
The majority are.
Or are they different?
Yeah.
I
know it's hard to, because we have 2 grants going on, so we got to keep them straight in our minds.
Okay. Do you want to send me an email with the 6, and then just let me know these 4 are on the grad crew, and then how much the salary is, and this one is wherever else?
Yeah, they're all $10.
They're all $10 an hour.
But yeah,
okay.
I don't think they've changed. I mean, so they are whatever we put in that report, and I think these are all on the grad crew, working with
okay.
yeah.
And what does
But
that
it's
mean when we
different
say
than that.
grad crew? Like, what job is that?
It's construction. They're helping with various projects in the community doing construction work.
But right now we have a rehab that we just completed about a week ago, and so those students were on another construction project through Habitat for Humanity on a new build. And so we had them split between two sites, and now they're all at the Habitat site.
Okay. And they would fall underneath the so the employee who holds the employment record? Is that Lewis and Clark still?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Employer. Awesome. Thank you for the update, lady.
Thank you.
All right. Use the Lake County. Is that on? Awesome. I think we got through. Is there anybody that I did not call that's on the phone that didn't speak about their organization? Hey. Well, I just wanted to do another quick update that I thought about. We are now scheduling we talked about it, and I know this is something actually I want to give kudos to Val. She had this idea that, hey, we need to bring everyone together so that you guys can build rapport and kind of figure out grants. And kind of what we do on the first of the month calls like this is just kind of share out. And we started to do this a couple of weeks ago, but just to reflect over your grants, the grant process, apprenticeship or career pathway grants in general, and things that like the do's and don'ts of it. And so if you guys could start jotting down little things about your programs, and, you know, one thing, like I said, maybe my program is too long, my program's too short, or, hey, for anyone else that's doing this type of work, realistically, you could probably handle 20 youth and not 45, or, you know, something like that that you really feel like will be beneficial and impactful. We're going to try to bring, well, not try, we will bring you guys together for an in-person meeting. So that you guys can, like I said, talk, but also so we can get some feedback on what works really well. You guys can say, hey, the Wednesday calls it's too much. It's 4 times a month. That's really too much. And it would work better if we do just 2 calls a month or something like that. But we just need all the feedback, both good and bad, about just this entire process and things that we can do better to improve for the next time around. Does anybody else have anything else? Like I said, we talked about the GRS, we did our project updates, and then I did want to remind you that those in-person meetings are about to start. If there's nothing else, I would say we get 30 minutes back to our day, which is amazing. Thank you guys so much. Oh, yep.
This is Sabrina. Can I ask one question about Illinois workNet? There's a place in the work placement where you put in your employer and you can mark subsidized or unsubsidized. Well, we have students in work experience where we've put them in, we've marked their $10 an hour as subsidized employment, but then we've had a couple who have gained employment now and are doing permanent employment. So the date is different for the permanent employment as it is for the unsubsidized or the subsidized. But it's showing under the subsidized that that they are placed, and it's giving us follow-up dates. So do you know, like, do we ignore the follow-up dates for the subsidized employment line and go by the placed and permanent employment date?
That's a good question. Natasha, do you know if they should do that?
I mean, that's just a global tool that's worked for Illinois workNet. I mean, that's available in Illinois workNet. That's more of a procedures.
Okay.
How you want them to do that.
All right, that's fine.
So we get to decide.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there a way that they can put a note in there, though? I mean, whatever way they decide, do they have space? I can't remember off the top of my head. If they have space to put a note in there?
Put a note in
I think there's a notes section. We could just go ahead and fill that out, that we're following up with the permanent placement date.
Right, just so we know, you know what I mean, just so somebody can have some context of what's going on.
Okay,
the
thank you.
notes that are specifically called follow-up, right?
Well, no, I know there's a section specifically for follow-up. It's just that when you're putting in the employer and that information, it's generating below. Even though you click on subsidized employment, it's still generating like a follow-up schedule at the bottom of the screen. for when
Right,
you're
because
supposed
some
to
of our
follow up.
programs require follow-up for subsidized employment.
Oh, okay. All right. Then we'll just go ahead and go with the other. Thank you.
Awesome. And it looks like, Jamila, did you join us from the city of Peoria? I don't know if she's on the phone. Let's see. Okay, we have one more update from Jamila, and then we can go ahead and get some time back on our day. Jamila, are you on the phone yet? No.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry.
All right. Did you want to give us a quick update about you guys? We show you guys have a total of 7 people in the program. Is that still the case?
Yes. So we just began our second cohort last Tuesday. Currently, we have 7 individuals that are joining us. We have one who is staying on as a continuation. And I did have a chance, I believe, in a conversation with Jim, we would be able to, well, one, he didn't complete the credential exam, so we have him staying on to do that. We also have 2 more individuals that we are trying to get prepared for the program. So they will potentially join the program in the next week or 2.
And then how many, the last note I have is that they would do the testing mid-March. How many of them passed the testing in March?
So we, unfortunately, they did not pass. None of the participants passed. They were very close. We actually, the majority of them, 80% of them were like 3 points away from passing. So we were able to acquire another retake date sooner than we had anticipated. So we have a retake date set up for August 9th. Part of the credentialing organization's policy is that they can't retake for 120 days after.
Right. What happened for none of them to pass? Is it like all of them didn't pass this one section, and maybe we need to review that section, or is this test really hard, or what's the feedback that you got?
It's definitely a combination. So we were able to get a breakdown of the area that they struggled the most with, and it was around the application process. So what we have done for the second cohort is make adjustments to when the information is presented. So, of course, with our program just starting, and we were still working out the details around the credentialing resources when we first got started, we weren't able to have the curriculum introduced at the beginning. With our second cohort, we did. So during orientation, we had them exposed to the vocabulary words. We've altered our curriculum to combine the prerequisite curriculum that we have, Roots of Success, with the credentialing curriculum. So we're exposing the information to them much earlier. And then I think the time of the year played a role in it. We didn't have as much access to green infrastructure practice to be able to, for the young people to have experience at a practical level with it. Whereas with the summer, that option becomes more available. So as I shared, of the 6 that took the exam, 5 of them were literally 3 to 4 points away from passing. So, and that, that made it, that was very, disheartening, but it was also very positive to see that they weren't, that it wasn't like, that they weren't able to absorb the information. It was just needing them to have more experience on the practical level with the information.
Okay. So you guys have 7 total in the program right now. So when you add the new 7, you'll be up to 14. Is that correct?
No. Well, oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yes, that would be correct. Because we have 7 that just started. So their information they should have been certified in Illinois IWDS. So that would technically take our numbers up to 14 now. But because we weren't, the last correspondence we got from CareerLink is that the new applicants were certified in IWDS.
And then the second cohort started 5:30. Okay. I will make a note of that.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for your update. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for everybody that joined the call. Looks like we get 20 minutes back to our day. If you have any questions, email me, give me a call. Feel free. Have a great day, and thank you so much for your feedback. Bye-bye.